I'm Kelly McGee. I'm the Executive Director of the Riverside Conservancy, and our film is Manatee Rescue.
I'm Shannon Malone de Benedictis. I was director of the film from Red Rock Films and working with Kelly McGee of Riverside Rescue.
I'm Jillian Harrell, and I directed Taxing the Sun.
Hi, I'm Nasara Rahnama. I directed Space to Live.
Hi everyone, I'm Shannon Morrill and I directed Spear Spatula Submarine.
I'm Luke Beckerlow. I was the cinematographer on Spear Spatula Submarine.
So I was delighted when watching Spear Spatula and Submarine that I finally understood what it meant, okay? So, at any rate, so I'll start out with you guys. Did you eat the lionfish?
We did, we both tried it. It was cold by the time, because we finished filming, is when we could eat it, but it was very good. It's very similar to snapper, actually, which is a luxury fish, so.
Well, it's just so interesting to see an environmental film that's talking about killing creatures as opposed to saving them. It's a little, you throw it all, on its head, really. So, what's been the reaction to that? I mean.
Well, this is our world premiere, so you guys will have to tell us. Yeah, but it's a good point. Like, a lot of times environmental films are not for killing animals. But in this case, it is that question of killing one fish saves thousands of other fish, and all the way up to like the predators, the sharks, the dolphins, because it's eating all the fruit. So it's a question we ask in the film, certainly, and you all can decide if you think it's crazy or not.
Okay, well, hand the mic to Nasta around, because she has kind of the same idea, only she's thinking about getting rid of the people as opposed to the lionfish, right? So, about your travels a little bit over there in Africa, can you you saw so many different, lots of dead animals, lots of people in the background. It seems like those animals don't have any kind of a habitat,
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about your journey over there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just seeing how far my personal impact was as far as to Kenya, and this is just one example of one item I'm using and how far my impact was. And yeah, it's just very sad to see how we humans directly affecting the life of other species, like any species, and we're very good at controlling the population of other species, but not controlling our own population. And that's, I think, is one of the biggest problems that we're facing in the world, and we don't want to deal with ourselves. Really, I don't suggest to, calling any humans, but I wish that we could really understand that there are other life choices, and we can easily control our own numbers, our own population, and it's quite simple. And I found, I'm child-free by choice, and as we watch my film, and I think it's a great choice, and evidence also showing that this can be, it's something that needs to be more discussed in a society. But as I was growing up in Iran, and also seeing in other countries, I think they by default, everyone think they should procreate, and that's the only choice. And I just, decided to.
Well, the last images in your film are showing babies being born and dead animals, so that's a pretty amazing story. Well, Jillian's got a mic there, Jillian. Okay, so you captured the microcosm of the whole planetary problems in many ways, right? In terms of who's controlling what. So, are you from Alabama?
I'm not from Alabama, as you can tell by my accent. I'm from Arizona, but it might not, I have a loud voice already. I think it's working.
All right.
But it was part of a fellowship, and I wish every state did this, but Alabama chooses 4 filmmakers and assigns them an environmental topic, because it's a state that does not really prioritize or focus on the environment at all, so there are nonprofits that try to make a difference. And those 4 filmmakers have 6 weeks. They get housing, we all live together, became really great friends, and they would give you as much help as they possibly could during those 6 weeks, and then at the end of those 6 weeks, like that's your film. So I learned a lot, and even watching this now, I've learned a lot, and there's things I would change or tweak, but that just means like there was a lot of growth in that experience. And my favorite part was just meeting people, and I think we have a stereotype in our mind of what an environmentalist is, but going to Alabama really expanded that for me, because I think everyone has the same interest in mind in what they want. They want clean air, clean water, and it goes beyond the political spectrum, and so that was the main takeaway.
We all definitely want energy costs to be lower.
And yeah, just cost too.
Yeah. All right, we'll go on to you guys.
Yes.
If you have a mic, okay?
I do, yes.
So, did you guys grow up closer to manatees? Did you get in the water with them? I'm just curious about your experience with that.
It's been a fantastic experience. I've been doing nonfiction programming and documentaries for over 20 years now. And about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I got a phone call from my old junior high school buddy, Kelly McGee, who runs the Riverside Conservancy, and said, would you come down and help us? And as you could tell by her beast mode in the film, you do not say no to Kelly McGee. And so wrangled to go down and work with her, because these creatures are just so lovable. They are on license plates. They drive tourism in the state of Florida. And yet the environment has been really destroyed through numerous things, dealing with population, dealing with fertilizer, dealing with many elements, that it's a really dire situation. And Kelly and her group are just putting amazing efforts to do what they can to save the Indian River Lagoon and the manatee habitats. And the beautiful thing about what they're doing, and the passion and the tenacity they bring, is it looks like that it can't change. But you know, I'm from Washington, D.C. We turned around the Chesapeake Bay. Yeah. Oh, hell, D.C. Yeah. Oh, yeah, D.C. Yeah. We turned around the Chesapeake Bay. People say you couldn't turn around the Chesapeake Bay. So it can happen, and really turn around and save this species, which is an anchor species for this area.